Hey everyone. I think I got everything straightened out here. Justin, hey David, shirt should be here by Tuesday. Super excited. Sweet, dude. Mine just got shipped out too, and I ordered mine like Friday ago. If you can hear me, say yes while I'm talking too. Just let me know. But basically, when you first set it up with them, they have to go out and create I create the logo and everything, but they still have to create the print, and so. It takes a while for ink to dry, basically, is what they call it. The ink's got to dry. Awesome stuff. Dave and Harless Bigfoot in Santa Clara. Nice, good. Hot, hot morning from Pensacola, Florida. Gina, really? Guess what? Can you guys hear me okay? Say yes if you can hear me. Yes, loud and clear. Okay. Gina, I was born in Pensacola, Florida on the naval base, 1971. So, and I've been back there. It's beautiful. I love it. Sweet. Awesome. I'm going to be on here today, guys, for about 45 minutes only because I actually am doing an interview today with an awesome gentleman from around these parts, and be doing an interview with him. Just so you know, I also got some couple popular, really awesome people coming up in the next couple weeks. We'll be interviewing here on PacWest Bigfoot, which is going to be really cool. Anything else in the news? My PacWestBigfoot.com is now open. Finally, all the t-shirts and hats and coffee mugs that you guys wanted, they're there. It's open, myPacWestBigfoot.com. Just put a my in front of the word there. I'm going to go ahead once a month and start offering not only a little free, this month's freebie actually giveaway is going to be a Young Researcher's Guide to Bigfoot by Gail Beatty and Deborah Ray. Awesome little book with pictures that they took. And you guys can pick this up, I think, on Amazon as well. If you don't win, grab it on Amazon anyways. This is fun for young folks and stuff. It's pretty cool. It is PacWest approved. Not that that probably matters much to you, but that's okay. What's your email, David? I want to email you missing 411 video. The email is PacWest. Let me put it on here. gmail.com. And let me make sure that's correct. And yes, send. There you go. So there it is. Awesome. Loud and clear from Farmington, New Mexico. Is that New Mexico? Four Corners. Ooh, Four Corners. It's got to be awesome. You have anything out there? You have any like experiences or anything? I'd like to know about that. So anyways, back to what I was saying. Also this month, I'm going to actually give away 2 giveaways this month. One of them is going to be a PacWest Bigfoot t-shirt. So it's large. So if you're a lady and you win and you usually wear it small, I'm really sorry about that. But hey, you can use it as one of those lounge shirts in the evenings or something while you're watching your favorite show. Cool. Claudia, I love your dedication. Thank you so very much, Claudia. That's awesome. Hi from across the pond in England. Hey, Mike. Oh, by the way, you guys, for those of you in like Ireland, England, and Canada and stuff like that, I'm gonna have it set up to where you guys can get shirts and stuff from mypacwestbigfoot.com pretty soon. We're trying to figure out the shipping rates and everything else. So as soon as I get that in there, I am gonna have to do shipping with that because it's a little spendy on my side getting that stuff out there. So. But I'll have it in there. So there you go. I'm a hunter and came across 3 tow trucks. Ooh, nice. Nice. If you could, maybe just send me a little something, an email or something like that about that, where you found them, how you found them, any pictures of them, whatever. There are sightings near Farmington in a community known as Fruitland, New Mexico. Nice. Mike Smith, cool, I'll be ordering. Nice. Nice, man. Let's see here. Education, response, your show is awesome. Can't seem to get enough. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I'm thinking about heading out to something that's kind of like almost like an invite only coming up here. It's a pretty popular little get-together of Bigfoot minds, I guess. Not that I'm a Bigfoot mind or anything like that, but I've been invited, and so I'm possibly going to be attending that for a day next week. overnight, which would be a Friday, so I will not be doing anything on Friday, next Friday. I'll give you guys your latest encounter story, though, from, hold on one second, Steve. I'll give you guys your latest encounter story on Thursday, if I decide that it's going to be possible for me to go and hobnob with some awesome people like Bob Gimlin and some others. That would be pretty cool. I'll get to that in a second. And by the way, Mr. McGuire, morning! Guys, Steve's been a friend of mine online for probably like, gosh, it's been about, I don't know, 6 to 8 years, something like that. So it's been pretty awesome. Nice, nice, nice. And let's see here. Somebody's actually hitting me on Skype. Okay, there we go. So, what's everyone's thoughts on the Minnesota Iceman? You know, actually, hold on 1 second though. Where did it go? I don't know. Oh wait, here's my copy. It's underneath the crazy camera. Minnesota Iceman by William Jevney. If you want to grab a copy of that sometime, I suggest it. It'll give you a really good idea and sense of the whole thing. William's been a good friend of mine now for a couple of years, and as a matter of fact, I kind of control and work his website for him, his web presence online. That's what I do originally for my day job. So here at home, with posters back there. So it's a great book. I do suggest you read that. I don't, I'm not sure what they did with it, and I'm not going to really kind of jump into the conjecture and, uh, just all of that in there. But the Iceman, Minnesota Iceman, I'm still kind of up in the air about what exactly. I have to see that one with my own eyes. I'd really have to. So. You have a shirt made that say PacWest Bigfoot in the shape of a Bigfoot. You know, I thought about that, Justin, but everybody has a foot, and everybody keeps doing that, and I wanted to be a little different. Plus, I have this a collection coming out called Vintage Bigfoot. It's going to be actually kind of fun stuff, but it's got like PWB with the little X like that. So we're going to make it out of like limbs, PWB, and then has a little foot in there for Bigfoot, PacWest. Bigfoot. We also have one called Bigfoot Highway, which we're going to have like highways from like, Estacada going through the Estacada Highway out to the woods there along, Highway 101, where we've got Bigfoot behind a tree with a hairy arm out thumbing for a ride, just for fun stuff, because we like the artwork, we like the fun and everything else, so it's been pretty cool. So, yeah, we'll be doing that. TGIF. Yes, thank God it's any day. I'll tell you that. I thank the good Lord for everything every day. It's pretty awesome. Alex, I sent you the video. Great, perfect. Thank you. I will check that out. Good day, everyone. Will is awesome. I just had an interview with him. He knows his stuff. William is absolutely brilliant researcher out here. He's just so nice, and he's so kind, and he's so patient with people, and it was awesome to get to know him right off the bat. He sent me all of his books there, autographed for me and my kids, and to the Boozer Clan. And he's just that kind of guy. But yeah, I just want to jump on here today, guys. Chat with you guys for about 45 minutes. See what's up. Answer any questions you guys got about PacWest Bigfoot, anything that's going on. Not this next Friday, but the Friday after that. I think we're gonna get back to our regular discussion time too, and just talk about certain aspects of Bigfoot, the community itself, maybe new information. Like I was watching that Rob Lowe stuff. Yeah. Anytime Hollywood does anything, I'm very, very skeptical of it. Especially when it sounds like, did you guys read that about Rob Lowe and the whole, his whole TV show now where it's paranormal stuff? Do you guys see that yet? It's just kind of like, and he's like, I was terrorized by Bigfoot. Not to be a downer or anything like that, but I'm not sure if I really buy his stuff. I'm just, I like Rob Lowe, probably a pretty nice guy. I'm very skeptical when Hollywood does stuff and says stuff. you probably feel the same as I do. So yeah, we like to, you know, I like talking to the Ron Moorheads and the Bob Gimlins and the, you know, all those guys. I'll listen to them before I listen to a Rob Lowe any day. Let's see here. Anything? All right. Any questions? I missed any questions here. Let's see. Let's see. Good day, everyone. Okay, sweet. Boom, boom, boom. Let's see. Great. Okay. Awesome. No other questions right now. What about the Smithsonian stuff that's coming out? You know, you just, you know, I've people have been kind of bringing that up to me, so I'm gonna have to go check that out myself. I don't know too much about what they've got coming out. I just kind of, like I said, you take everything with a grain of salt until you go in and find the facts. Once you find the facts, then you can put together your best answers. Like I say, you know, science doesn't say anything, scientists do. Scientists just gives you facts. How you interpret those facts is really up to you. So, you know, what up, West? Hey, Forrest. So yeah, LOL, amen, Holly weird. SoCal Sasquatch. Hey, you know what, SoCal Sasquatch organization? You guys rock. You guys got a website out there? If so, put it in here and let us all jump on there. I'd like to jump on there and see what you guys got going on. Even though, you know, a lot of, and just so you know, I like to always say this in these live things. You know, I was talking to, you know, Mr. Neese last night, and, you know, he's asking me, you know, they just, some of these researchers out here have been listening to the show here, and they love it. They're like, oh, this is great entertainment. And that's what I'm trying to do here. It's more of kind of like that, you know, Native American style, you know, based on true storytelling, where I take some experiences and create the backstories behind them. And we just, you know, kind of like campfire kind of feel. And I was talking to him, you know, and I said, you know, it's kind of like, you know, you're out there doing your research and you're out camping, you know, with the, you know, some friends or family or kids or whatever, doing your Bigfoot research. And, you know, it's the afternoon, or you're kicking back before the evening and before you go out and do your thing, and you're just listening to a good campfire Bigfoot story. And that's kind of what I wanted to do here. I wanted to take them based on true stories and just do that based on true stories. So just so you guys know, that's what they are. I don't go in and do a lot of research into these things to find out whether or not they are. I still get people that comment from time to time, oh, no videos, no pictures, oh. I'm like, dude, this is not the BFRO. Love the poster. Which one? So I don't do a lot of, like, I'm not going to dig into whether or not, you know, the stuff that I am sent is factual or not. What I'm doing is just creating the based on true stories out of experiences that are sent to me. That's all I'm doing here. The real, you know, solid stuff that you can pretty much dive in and decipher whether it's true or not is through the interviews of people with their experiences that I do here as well. All the content is free. All the content will always be free. The ET. I've got Goonies. I've got Star Wars. I've got ET and Stand By Me. So I'm covered. All I need now right here is Close Encounters of the Third Kind, and I'll be good. That's sharing cocaine supply route in the 1970s. Ooh, that would be kind of interesting to look up, see if that's pretty factual. That'd be kind of cool, right? That's awesome. But, you know, in the end, I'll be able to do. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to be a place where both researchers and just me and you, the average folks out here, can just come back and kick back and listen to some good encounter stories, and at the same time do some research on the side. You know, be that 60% entertainment but 40% research, and bringing valuable information out here through the interviews and everything else. So, hey, USA, greetings from a Bigfoot believer in Germany. Hey, guten Abend. I hope I said that right. Say good evening, because it should be close to evening now. Obviously, CIA runs the drugs, so they called in Delta. Nice. Yeah, CIA. Good one. Let's see. Just YouTube channel so far. Thanks for the shout out. Hey, share your link right here anyways. Just share your link right here to it. So, Cal, we'd love to have that here. it'll give us something else. Also, if you guys would like to sit down and do an interview sometime and just kind of, the thing is that the PacWest Bigfoot is basically this, where the encounter stories that I have and help to create those backs to based on true stories around the experiences are really based in the Pacific Northwest. The interviews, however, from people across North America, from USA to Canada, that's pretty much where I stick as far as the interviews go. So I'd really love to, and I'll plug that in just a second there, Bradley. Really love to just talk to everybody and anybody around North America about any sort of, you guys can share your evidence you've collected. You can share some of the stories of your own experiences. But I'd love to have you guys on. If you want to email me at pacwestbigfoot.com, at pacwestbigfoot@gmail.com. That would be awesome. So if you want to, that's great. And please paste your link in here. Let's see. You said right. Bradley, hey Dave, give a plug for Dr. Meldrum's fundraising effort in Indiegogo for DNA testing and nesting sites from the Olympic. As a matter of fact, guys, Dr. Jeff Meldrum, it's Jeff, I believe, Jeff Meldrum. If you guys want to, is there a link, Bradley, that you have for that? That would be the NorCal Surfer wasn't an interview, but that was a first-hand account that I received. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to interview them. They'll let me know come September or beginning of October, they said, so we'll see. Let's see here. I have another one that want to possibly do an interview in September, October. They're legal aids or something like that. I don't know, something like that, out of San Francisco. Thanks, love your stuff. Yeah, cool. Yeah, shove your link in here, man. Shove your link in here, you guys. Do you have a link for that, Bradley? If you can, share it here. Let us know where we can go. This is, raising efforts. It's Jeff, and he, raising, give a buck or two here and there. All the content here is free. The way that it's supported, and I support my family with it, is through you guys getting t-shirts or mugs here and there, or whatever that you want from time to time. That's really it. I'm actually not going to be accepting donations anymore. Everything will be done. I'm going to exchange your donation with a shirt, basically. So that's what's going to happen. A shirt, long sleeve, hoodie, whatever you want. And I got a cool collection coming out as well called it's vintage Bigfoot collection. It's going to be pretty cool. So it'll be pretty fun. I have to make it fun for you guys. I have to make it cool, because otherwise I don't like it and I won't promote it or sell it or anything. So, but all the content here is free, and a lot of the research that some of these real serious researchers out here are doing, like Meldrum, Dr. Meldrum, you got to remember that a lot of this stuff isn't really truly funded. They don't get a lot of like state funding or anything like that, which I believe they should. I believe that both private and religious schools should be funded publicly. I think that people like Jeff Meldrum should be publicly funded. I do believe in public funding for education in any form, any research in any form. I'm fine with that. I'm awesome with that. And I'm a total capitalist. Trust me, it's okay. When it comes to education and research, I think that should be funded across the board for everybody. And the other thing is that the thing is that nobody gives more than folks like you and me. So, we've always been the go-to for people and being funded to do things that we're actually interested in. And if you're interested in this whole research and the DNA behind it and all this stuff, there's really no better way than going over to Jeff and giving a little shout out with a buck or two or $10 or something like that real quick. For his fundraising. So it's a good idea. Thanks, SoCal Sasquatch, you guys. There's a link in there. If you guys want to, you guys can copy that, paste it in, open another window, paste it into a browser, and go ahead and subscribe to him. I know I am going to, and I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to copy. I'm going to go right over here. I'm going to paste. And then, oh, you know what? It says it doesn't exist. So there's something wrong with the link. Trust me, I'm an SEO specialist. That's funny. And it should have lit up anyways. Oh, I see. You didn't put the HTTP in front of that thing. Maybe that's the problem, HTTPS, because it is secured. Try that, see what happens. Be proven to the public that it exists. Do you want? Do I want that? I would like that. I think it's fine. You know, it's the biggest problem I have with that is understanding human beings and human nature. And human nature seems to be more on the tend to be on the side of more destructiveness than actual anything else. However, there's enough smart people out here who resist that kind of attitude, and I think that we can learn how to. We've done it with owls for no apparent reason, but we did it with owls. We did it with, the 300 polar bears that were left, and now there's 30,000 that were supposed to be died off like 10 years ago. I don't see why we couldn't do something with Bigfoot that kind of keeps it protected. I mean, no hunting it at all. I think you should treat it like whales in an ocean. You come up to them, they come up to you. You can get within so far, but they have to kind of come up to you. I think this is a good way to kind of treat the whole situation. Do I want them to be proven? Yes, I do. Why not? I don't see the bad thing. Most people are going to be like, well, the government doesn't prove them because then it's going to hurt industry. Tourism, it's going to hurt lumber industry, it's going to hurt this industry, that industry. I don't think so. I think it's going to make it even more productive, personally speaking. How, I'd have to dive into that in another conversation, but my dad worries that our property is Marble Mount, Washington, would be protected region and taken from us if Bigfoot is proven to exist. You have to understand that the government, especially over the last 8 years, has been trying to do that regardless. Why? Because basically, it's like the great Lex Luthor said, you know, real estate, they're not making any more of it. The government tries to come in and seize power wherever it can. The more a government can seize power, the more power it has. And that's why I always tell people that I don't believe in things as national forests. I don't believe in all that stuff. It's my land, it's your land. I'm going to go and camp wherever I feel like it. I'm free to go to and fro in my country. So what I do believe is in personal responsibility and respect for what we have. So, and if you can't do that, then of course I believe in laws. I believe in all that. I really, if the government was to kind of come in and do that kind of stuff, I find it absolutely ridiculous that they would do that. But they do that now, so I find it ridiculous. Oregon was trying to, control water puddles, for crying out loud, in my yard. And I'm just like, dude, I will collect rainwater all I want. It's just life. You're going to have to deal with it. And if you step in my yard and bug me about it, you take that risk. So, don't tell me what to do with rainwater. I can't help where the rain falls, except for in my property into a barrel. Are there worries? There's worries anyways. Bigfoot might be a just cause for that, so it could be a concern. I totally agree with you. I do believe that, but I believe once again that government might do that anyways. So the best thing that you can possibly do is stand up for that kind of personal freedom, personal responsibility at the same time. Freedom isn't the freedom to do what we want. Freedom is the freedom to do what is right. It's to do right by whatever species is out here, and it's to do what's right with our neighbors. So, but that, I believe, I understand that can be a pretty worrisome thing, especially if that's your property. You don't want anybody coming in and just taking stuff away, and they don't have a right to take stuff away anyways. Better be a good reason. Let's see. Any other questions right now? We still got another 15, 18 minutes here, guys. Gonna do an awesome interview today, and I will publish that out on Monday for you. That's gonna be pretty fun. Let's see here. I think I have me see who that is today. I'll tell you guys who I'm going to be interviewing today. Kind of cool. My meetings. Oh, gonna meet Claudia. There you are. We're gonna be sitting down with Claudia today, so that's gonna be awesome. Cool. Awesome, awesome. Claudia, are you on here right now? Is that you, Claudia, that I'm gonna be interviewing today? Enjoy your vids, bud. Thank you, number 21. I like that little logo too. That's awesome. 21. I know this is about Bigfoot, but do you have any thoughts about the Dogman? You know, I some of you guys are like, oh, here he goes. I have someone that swears up and down they've seen one, and I'm going to have them on for an interview. I am still, to this day, not sold on the Dogman yet. And he knows that. I know that. It's okay to agree to disagree, okay? I agree to disagree with, people who believe in evolution. So, there's always... Unlike some people today, here in the Bigfoot community, we can all get along. Even if we agree to disagree on certain subjects, we can still agree to disagree. So, and we can still like and love each other, and it's all good, Just because you believe in evolution, I believe in creation, and that's our belief behind Bigfoot. I believe it's in primate. You believe it's half human. That shouldn't matter whether or not we like each other. That's just an opinion that we have. That's just, it's not science saying anything. It's us, giving our opinions about what we see. I'm not a believer in Dogman yet. I have, right now, I'm going to listen to what he has to say, and I listened to him for a while on the phone, and I'll just say that I was slightly impressed, but at the same time, I'm still not really a believer in it yet. But I'm giving him a little more time than that normal 30 to 45 minutes on that interview in a couple weeks. So I'll just kind of leave it at that for now. Encountering monsters. No. The biggest monsters in this world, man, have been human beings. We can name them off, too. Besides Bigfoot, of course, but I don't consider Bigfoot a monster. I don't believe Bigfoot is a monster either. I believe that what we tend to call monsters is really not a monster itself. It's basically an adjective to its behavior. Does that sound kind of cool? That person's a monster. That Bigfoot was a monster. More part of the natural order. Yes, natural law, which is funny because it really calls for a lawgiver. Every law has a lawgiver. Natural laws have been set, and that's just how it is. And I think that it's a natural being of this planet, of this, place and time. So, Linda, hey, Linda, everybody's Linda Newton Perry. Hey. And eventually, I've been talking to Linda about starting up kind of like a PacWest Bigfoot Day or something like that, or weekend or whatever, here in around Roseburg area in Southern Oregon, because we don't really have anything down here in between, say, Willow Creek and say up around Alsea or Portland. Oregon has like multiple different Bigfoot things happening, but it's not really known for just one, so kind of wanted to build something that was like pretty predictable every year for everybody and something, and so I thought it'd be kind of interesting and fun and cool. So we're gonna work on that. Still got about 15 minutes here, guys, if you guys want to ask some more questions or anything. If I ever offend you or anything with any of my answers or anything like that, that's not my problem. I'm not here to offend anybody, but if you take offense to anything that I say, it's a personal thing. Hey, Jenny, how you doing? I don't believe in everything. some people are like, do you believe all the encounter stories that you get? Well, I have to do some creative writing in this, and I write the backstories to it, so they're all based on true stories. Are those stories in fact true? I can't be 100% positive, and neither can you. So I don't know. Do I believe, every single one of them? No, I don't, to be honest. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna make my own judgments, and that's fine. I'm okay with that. Matter of fact, you'll find that most researchers out here go, now you could throw 75 to 80% of the stuff we hear out the window. He's all, but there's always that 5, 10, or 15% of stuff out here that's actually very convincing. Like the Patty film is very convincing to me. It still is today. Of all the research and all the people going back and forth with it, there's still no definitive answer. And the reason is because every time we learn about it, we learn more about that film and pick it apart, there seems to be more evidence that it was real than it's not real. So for me, it's kind of interesting. It's an interesting fact, and so I lean towards it being factual. So, do you think the increase in Sasquatch sighting is due to Sasquatch population growth? That is always pretty much a positive for anything. It's like the polar bear thing, there are no more polar bears by 2012 or 2015, but now there's like freaking 30,000 of them or whatever. You're going to see more because there is more. And I don't think there was 300 left anyways. That actually figure was also made up at the time. So the thing is that I had an interesting discussion with a very highly respected Bigfoot researcher and enthusiast yesterday on my phone until it almost died. And we talked about, he was like, if you took just a basic square mile, and I said to you, I'm going to take 2,000 BBs, little BBs for BB guns. I'm going to basically spray paint them black or green. And then in that square mile, I'm going to go lay them out in different places. And here's the thing. These BBs have the ability to basically smell, see, hear, and hide. He was like, how does that make you feel about Bigfoot in 1 square mile? How many could be in there? And I was like, well, that's pretty insane. He's all, and that's just say 2,000 BBs. Even if you did 2,000 BBs or 100 BBs or whatever it was. Matter of fact, somebody came up with an answer that says there could be, for every 60 square miles, could be 1 or 2 Bigfoot. That would, if you took the coastal range and you took the Cascade mountain range from Northern California all the way up through British Columbia, you're talking about, even on a real conservative side, 2, 3, 4,000 Bigfoot. It's a lot. Still. I mean, it doesn't seem like a lot, but it's still a lot. And that's a conservative estimate. So as far as I'm concerned, I lean towards the conservative estimates of 3,000 to 4,000. Where some people believe that there are 10, 20,000. I don't think there's that many. I think there's 3,000 or 4,000. I'm a conservative guess with that, personally. Have you ever visited the famous Bluff Creek area where the Patterson film was shot? I've been by there. I didn't actually go in there because it's pretty far in. But I've been to Bluff Creek, checked everything out there. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool little place. Let's see, Ironclad. Hey, Ironclad. At SoCal Sasquatch Organization. We will all check that out, guys. Oh, here's the. I'm gonna paste this in here as well myself. This is for Jeff Meldrum's. Jeff Meldrum's doing fundraising for some DNA study and stuff like that. So if you guys want to help out, you guys can go there and check that out. And thank you very much for that, Bradley. Greatly appreciated. 2015, I caught Bigfoot on camera. I've been trying to find it again. Do you know any hotspots in Michigan? I don't really know any hotspots in Michigan right now, myself. But one of the best things that you can do is go to Google. Go to what's called Google Alerts. And what you can do is you can put an alert for Bigfoot, Michigan. And every time there is anything reported, a blog post, a link, anything mentioned about Bigfoot in Michigan will go directly to your email account. That's a great way to get alerted of stuff. That's how I get alerted with all kinds of stuff like that whole what was that Rob Lowe stuff? It's just kind of weird. I was like, oh my gosh, everybody's gonna probably ask me about this. I actually had quite a few people ask me about it. I was like, I don't really buy this stuff. It's Hollywood. Different types of Bigfoot. And by the way, I love your show. Thank you, Kathy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I believe there's 2 types. Some people believe in 4, and that would include kind of the dogman thing. Personally, I believe there's 2 types. You have a southern kind of hemispherical kind of Bigfoot called basically swamp ape is what they call it. It's nearly about, it's not quite as tall as, say, your northern Bigfoot kind of patty style Bigfoot, Sasquatch. But it still is bipedal. It's still very similar. I think it's a relative of that. So is it really 2 different? Is it 2 types of the same thing? It's a relative of each other. That's what I believe. That's where I'm bent. Some people kind of come around to the whole, is it half human or something like that. I just don't see how that could be possible with what are called protein blockers within DNA. You can't have a human rat or a cat dog. There's blockers. It can't happen. And if you try, even if you produce something like that, it wouldn't survive because it's just it just can't be. That's just built into DNA. So it being a primate, 2 different types of primate, yet related. That's fine. We live in the same biosphere, so some things are going to have thumbs close to ours, and some things are going to have fingers and arms and legs, and other things are going to have 8 legs, and we all live in the same biosphere, so we're going to function with a lot of same DNA traits. But I mean, we share this, 86 or 89% of our DNA we share with a rat, but it doesn't make me a rat. So, um, yeah, but as far as the 2 types, I think that they are both related. I think there's a skunk ape, or swamp ape, skunk ape, whatever you want to call that, and I think that hangs out down in the southern parts of the country. But I think it's actually below, like in Florida and lower parts of Texas and Louisiana, lower parts of Alabama. But I think if you get northern, the mid part of the states, like northern New Mexico and stuff like that, and you start going up, I think you're starting to get into more of the patty style Bigfoot or Sasquatch. So, especially in those drier places like that. So that's just kind of my idea, my thoughts. It's my own opinion. Sorry, I'm late, David. I never missed it, but works for me. Comes first, Joe. Hey. Yeah, work always comes first, man. I have to be off here in 5 minutes because it's going to give me 45 minutes to chill out until I got to do an interview with Claudia today, and then we'll share that with you guys this next Monday. So let me see here. Let's see if I missed anything. Best Bigfoot videos come from you, PacWest Bigfoot. Thank you, Ironclad. Thank you, thank you. I personally like other people better than me. Nick, what's his name? He's really cool too. He's really awesome. I'll check out Google Alerts. Also love this channel. Good for you on DNA. Animals and humans are different. They are different. I mean, you can't. Science doesn't say anything. Scientists do. We can have the same information there, yet come out with 2 different opinions on it. But you got to remember, those are opinions, and opinions are like what? I hate to say it, pretty French, and I won't say it, but still, it's true. The thing is that you can't. Just it doesn't work. It's by the natural law. It is absolutely impossible because of protein inhibitors and protein blockers within DNA and stuff like that. So just can't have it. That's not me saying that. That is the people who have researched DNA and have been doing that. It's been the DNA, what they call that. Anyways, half of them are like, creationists, half of them are evolutionists. They both come up with 2 different opinions on this stuff, but they both come up with the same facts. So you can't have a cat dog. That's just a fact. Both sides know this. How they interpret that is completely different, though. That's personal opinion. How's your camping trip, Dave? Awesome. It was awesome. And I might be heading out to do something else this next week, this next Friday, too. It's a little camp overnight thing, but I've been invited. to really cool Bigfoot events. So, do you think Patty is still alive? I don't know. I don't know. I've thought about, maybe that's what we can talk the week after next. Let's dive into age. Let's talk into lifespan of Bigfoot. I think that'd be a good idea. And you guys can jump out there, do a little research online yourself. Bring your facts and your information to me that you have, and let's chat about that. Not next Friday, but the Friday after that. Let's chat about that a little. That's actually a really good subject matter. I think that's really cool. We'll do that. We'll sit around for an hour and just kind of chat together here on this platform. What do you think of Todd Standings' footage and claims of Sasquatch? I like Todd Neese. Todd Standings is a little. It's kind of like the Biscardi stuff, or Bacardi. What's his name? That kind of like fruity drink mix from the Caribbean. Is it Biscardi or Bacardi? Or I'm not really sure about that. That kind of reminds me of that Kumbo stuff. It's just really out there. The guy, I've seen him. I'm not going to say anything bad about the gentleman and his research, but what I am going to say is that he has been deceiving on a few things, and once you're deceiving, it takes a lot of work to get back to people trusting you. And so trust is a hard thing to earn. It really is, especially in today's day and age. It's a very hard thing. Todd Biscardi, other known hoaxsters. Yeah, pretty much. He's like, I'll pay $1 million to people who find me, Sasquatch. Dude, yeah, whatever. You've been sued for $1 million. I have a picture of Sasquatch taken from Chaska Mountain Range near Whitfield, Arizona, Four Corners. I would love to take a look at it. PacWest Bigfoot at gmail.com. And if you don't mind, if you'd let me share that with everybody on Facebook, you guys can go to Facebook and put up PacWest Bigfoot and search. Go there and like the page. You guys can follow up with all kinds of things, not just things from my PacWest Bigfoot shop, but I actually post up the stories there every week. I post up videos there. I post up other images and pictures and other things that people catch there. Also, some of the news of the day here and there, or news of the week about Bigfoot, I like to share there. So please go there, like the page, PacWest Bigfoot. If you don't mind me sharing that with everybody, that would be great, and we can all maybe have a little discussion on it and see what we think. Don't be afraid of people picking it apart and being a little judgmental here and there. I try to stop some some people from being there and delete some things that are just stupid. But people they just say stuff. But I'd love to do that. I'd love to take a look at it, and if you don't mind sharing it. So if it's okay to share it, let me know. Chuska or Chuska? Todd Standing is as bad a hoax as anyone. He's been known to lie about stuff. So has he lied about everything? Maybe not, but unfortunately for him, you lie once, then everything is deemed very highly questionable, which means that your research from then on is pretty much dead in the water. Unless you go out there and you seek the forgiveness from people and you start to earn that trust back. There is nothing. I would always give people the grace and the mercy and the place to sit there and earn that trust back. I would always do that. So that's just how that is. Besides the Patterson film, do you have any well-known clip about Bigfoot? What is most convincing for you? I like the video where the baby Bigfoot is swinging the tree. I love that one too. That one came from, I believe, upper state New York or something like that. Was it New York or Maine? I believe it was New York. That one caught me off guard as well. I think that maybe was a monkey that was just kind of loose or let go or something like that. However, when it climbed down onto whatever it was, turned like a person real quick. You had to really watch the thing slow motion to see that. Personally, that made me believe that was a possible Bigfoot. So did you notice that part too, where it hopped down onto, I guess, Mama, and it kind of turned and just kind of faded and walked into those bushes? Yeah, let me know what you thought about that. That was pretty cool. Any other information? I have heard some pretty awesome encounter stories, and I have to tell you, there is some that absolutely convinced me. Not to mention, I have seen tracks myself and had an experience that I do not have another answer for other than there was an 800-pound, 7, 8 foot tall, fat guy walking around our campsite one night at like 2 o'clock in the morning in the middle of nowhere. Who knew we were there? We weren't even camping at a campground. This is middle of nowhere. So, go figure. Do you want to give you my video that took in 2015? That would be great, man. Attach that in an email to me, pacwestbigfoot@gmail.com. We're the only animals who had similar bone, tendon, muscle, etc. structure on arms and shoulders as humans. They could grab on mammoths and use their arms like us. Great apes cannot. Yeah, there's other creatures here for a long time. Most people thought, dinosaurs were millions of years old, which we're finding out they're not because we can still find actual tissue of them. So, were there other types of species around? Yeah, I totally believe that. Are they here now? No, not a lot of them. This one came out to paw on that Facebook post you posted. Involved and discredit anything he says. Very sad. Yeah, I know. It's pretty sad when people get like that and then get discredited. So let me answer the last few questions before we got to go because I'm running late now. No one has ever seen it before, and the reason he took it does not want to be named. That's okay. Doesn't mean it's not credible or value anytime. Humans, we evolved further and lost the muscles and tendons, but we haven't really lost anything. You can only have evolution. You can't have de-evolution. So that's like, yeah, you can't de-evolve. It's kind of like the appendix thing. Everybody's like, oh, well, eventually we'll lose the appendix. If you didn't have the appendix for the first 2 weeks of your life, you'd never survive. So that whole theory was kind of shot too, as far as science is concerned. This is just science speak. This is 2 + 2 = 4. So, do we lose anything? I've never had. There's no evidence in fossil records or anything that we have lost anything ever. So, the only thing that we've lost, I think, over time is communication skills. Our language skills have become so simplified and so basic that they're nothing like the days of Shakespeare. So that's just, that's my thoughts. How close are we to proof? What do you think it will be in the end? I think we're pretty close. We're closer than ever. I think one day something's going to happen. Somebody's going to shoot something on accident, which I would hate to see, but at the same time, proves it. I don't think we should go out there and maliciously do that purposely. And I think that somehow, some way, something's going to happen. We're going to come across a body finally, something like that. It's not like they haven't. It's not like they don't have DNA. Meldrum's doing DNA research on stuff right now. We have people out there in that have DNA on an unknown primate here in the Pacific Northwest. So, there already is enough evidence to really be pretty sure that there's something to this. So, I do Bigfoot art. Can I show it to you on Facebook page? Yes, of course. Share it. Message me on Facebook with it. Attach it, and I'll copy that out and share it out there on Facebook and give you credit for it and everything. I'd love to see that stuff. I love Bigfoot artwork. Anything else? New York Bigfoot was disproved. There's a little flag on an antenna from a car that was sitting near Bigfoot. Tony did a video on it. It was very interesting. Greeting from Utah. Hey, Utah. I saw a video of Bigfoot carrying a baby Bigfoot. Awesome. Let's see. Oh, buddy, I want to win a shirt. Hey, me too. Just kidding. Mark! I think you're giving those of us who have had an encounter a place to decompress. Thanks, man. That's what I wanted to do with that part of everything here. Got the encounter stories where people can, just don't want to be known, can have their based on true stories, created for them. And that's awesome. The interviews can be places who people, a little, less, than reluctant to, hey, this is me. This is what my experience, blah, blah, blah. A place to hang out and do their thing without being, hornswoggled into some sort of membership program. My content is free here, guys. The best way to sit there and keep this going and everything else and feed the needy kids that are in the other room um, is through mypacwestbigfoot.com. Mypacwestbigfoot.com. That's where the shop is now. It's open. The store, the old country Bigfoot store, is open. You guys can grab shirts there and stuff. The shirts are going to be $21.99 from now on, the t-shirts. There's other things there, though. There's hoodies. Everything else under the sun pretty much is there. I'm going to have a vintage Bigfoot collection there. I really love artwork. I really love that kind of cool stuff. So, and I decided that I want to be the Bigfoot t-shirt king of the world, just because I love the designs. I love the Bigfoot stuff. I've got my own shirt on the way and my own coffee mug coming. So don't worry, you guys at folkloresupply.com. I'll still be drinking out of the mug you guys get. I love this thing. Hairy Man. You guys can get that at folkloresupply.com. These guys are awesome. So. Does William Jennings have his own YouTube channel? He does, but he doesn't use it as much as I would like for him to use it, so I'm going to get him into using that. So, and I love his stuff. So awesome. What's happening, brother? Love your show. Thank you, Aaron. I wish I'd be here sooner. I wish you would have been here sooner. I'm going to be taking off here in just a second. I would have a Nerf shotgun, much better than a real Nerf shotgun. Nice. Right on. Well, guys, not this coming Friday. I probably will be gone, most likely. If I'm not, I'll be online. If not, but anyways, the Friday after next, let's talk a little bit about lifespan of Bigfoot. I think that'd be a really good, cool conversation because, you know, I just think that would be pretty awesome. We know that turtles can live like, what, 150 years. It's like, 150 years, dude. From Finding Nemo. I got kids. But what about a Bigfoot? Is Patty still alive today? We could talk about that. I think it'd be a great conversation. Please notice me, please. If you are subscribed to my YouTube channel here, you will get an email alert, and you'll also be alerted on YouTube when you're here. Just pop up will happen on your screen on your computer saying PacWest Bigfoot Live right now. So subscribe to the YouTube channel here. That'd be great. So awesome. You have a podcast as well. Yes, he does. And you can go to williamjebning.com. I created that website for him. That's his website, and I kind of manage the website for him as well. So there you go. With that, guys, I got to run. I got an interview with Claudia here pretty soon for her experience with Bigfoot, and I will share that with you and have it up for you. Right now, there's an awesome little encounter from nice little Christian folks up there in Washington, a young couple whose parents allowed them to share their story with me, their experience. I didn't have to really create a lot of backstory around that one. They pretty much filled me in with everything, and this one actually came firsthand from Joshua. So there you go. Check it out. Awesome. Good stuff. And with that, I get emails from William J. Awesome. I put his AWeber together. I just haven't got notifications. Turn on your notifications. Thanks, and have a blessed day. You too, guys. SoCal Sasquatch. If you guys could email me at pacwestbigfoot@gmail.com, I would love it, and we can connect. All right, bye, guys. God bless, and I will talk to you soon.